Hello. I'm in the beautiful Marucci Botanical and Sculpture Garden, which turns out to be run by the same umbrella group company as who I work for at the moment, Compass. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, there's sculptures everywhere. That's kind of the deal. But it is kind of like a whole forest, river, pond, lagoon sort of vibe with all these giant Queensland-sized trees, which are much larger than your WA trees, which are like that size. I'm talking about the bush, not that one. But anyway, I thought I'd do a bit of a video because I am pretty much VIP here. Pretty slow day. It's a Monday afternoon. School isn't out yet, and there's also construction on the road, and I just randomly decided to stop here because I had a big morning. I worked for a bit. I was supposed to come back and do more work, which I will eventually do, but they didn't really seem fussed about the schedule. So like work at the house, I mean like the place I'm staying at. Okay, so I went to the physio, and my foot seems like it's fine. There may or may not be some like bone bruising, which means I should probably just like rest my foot. I don't think I did any videos about the fact that my foot's been a little bit messed up, but I can still walk, it's fine. It just like sort of hurts sometimes. And then he was kind of like, well, you should get some orthotics. So I bought some orthotics, and then I got these shoes. But I don't think they were very good because they don't actually have like ankle and support, which is probably what I was supposed to get. But I was like, oh, they're so good, and they can get wet, and like they don't have shoelaces, which annoy me because shoelaces are just a lot of work, constantly coming undone. Anyway, so I'm not even getting to the point. I went there, blah blah blah, it was fine. He was still with the patient, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna book this maritime medical thing that I need to do because it's only in Brisbane. There's none in WA, so I was like, okay, I gotta do that before I leave. Called the place because I emailed them yesterday. They didn't get back to me. The lady's like, oh yeah, I meant to get back to you. We don't do that anymore. I'm like, oh okay, so where do I go? She's like, the only place that does those medicals is in Melbourne. The only place in all of Australia that does it. Like, great. Anyway, so then I did my physio appointment, blah, 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 all the stuff that I just said about my foot, whatever. Then I'm like, okay, well, I need to get some stuff from Kmart, these shoes, and polo shirts. Because, like, if you're going to get into yachting, you need polo shirts. Which, surprisingly, they didn't, like, it's impossible to find. I went into 3 different shops. It's impossible to find female polo shirts for some reason. And all the male polo shirts, because I was like, oh, I'll just get a men's. But they're all, like, triple XL. So I got a child size. I got the very biggest child size boys polo shirt. That's what I've gotten. Oh, and I found a towel hoodie, so that's really exciting. But anyway, I digress. Went to Kmart, then I was like, oh, I should fill the car because it's getting close to E. And they told me about this gas station that's like cheap, so I went, and it must be because there was a lineup to get in. It was like $1.85 a liter or something, which is I think pretty good because usually it's closer to like $2. Anyway, so I filled the tank. Then I was heading back to like the place where I'm staying, and then I see this sign for like, oh, botanical gardens. So I'm like, oh, I'll check it out. Now I'm here. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I haven't had lunch, so I'm like, I'll grab some lunch at the cafe. Chatting to the lady. Turns out she works for the same umbrella group as me. Great. I come out here to eat my like wrap. Ate the wrap, still got the coffee going. Probably shouldn't have put that right there, but. And then I'm like, oh, okay, we're having a real efficient day. We're getting things done. So I'll call the place in Melbourne. Maybe I can like fly in next week. You know what I mean? Get it done. Even though it's gonna be so much money to fly in, fly out. The medical itself is like $500. And then they're like, yeah, we don't have anything available until April. Like, great. So if someone is like, oh, hey, can you start, like, and I'm like, oh my God, I should have just done this in Auckland, because I'm sure there's one in Auckland, and it would have been not as busy, because there's how many, like, millions of people in Australia, and there's only like 4 million in New Zealand or whatever. And how many of them are getting into yachting? Not many. So, well, great. So I booked the date in April, which means I'm gonna have to fly to Melbourne on my week off and then do it, and then so it's like the 15th of April. Yeah. So yeah. And it turns out I have to also do like a pre-dental thing. So like they send me a form, I have to go to the dentist, he has to say my teeth are okay. So I'm like, I've been to the dentist in like 2.5 years, so hopefully he gives me the all's good. But I guess it's good that I have more time now, because now I need to book a dentist appointment and like, yeah. So I don't know, maybe I'm gonna try and book that dentist appointment while I'm still here. Maybe there's a dentist in Noosa, so that at least that part of it's done. So anyway, end of the day, even though my course is gonna be done in a few days and I'll have that thing, I won't be able to work on a boat without this medical thing, which I can't get until the 15th of April. And since my visa expires on the 30th of April, I got 2 weeks to get a job. So yeah, I've been applying to a bunch of things online. Most of them are gonna not want to hire me because I have no experience. And now I don't even have the medical, so great. I was also thinking of getting my Powerboat 2 cert, which is a 2-day course. So I'll think about that. I'll think about it. Anyway, it's all like very annoying, and then it's just in New Zealand. I could have just done it while I was there. But then I would have had to get a dentist appointment and that. No. So, yeah, that's the update. I am not hireable yet. So probably, anyway, my plan B, because I was already like, I feel like I'm not gonna get any jobs, is that I'm going to fly. I have 28 days. So the 28th of May, I need to not be in Australia before I'm illegal, unless I want to pay for like a tourist thing, but then I feel like they won't give it to me. So I think if I still don't have a job by the first week of May, I'm gonna book a ticket to Thailand and look at getting my PADI instructor certification. So then at least I'm progressing with my qualifications. You know what I mean? There's also some sort of hygiene course, which seems to be pretty helpful. So I might look into that, although I have a feeling that maybe they don't offer it in WA, so Whatever. This is all getting very like time consuming and expensive just to like be entry level, hireable. So anyway, that's the news. I'm very sunburned because it's now not raining. I don't know if you noticed. It is a bit cloudy, but that's fine. It's only 30 degrees. I think it's like 43 back in Perth. So yeah, I'm just like, should I just give my notice for the middle of April? And then fly to Queensland, and then fly to yeah, I'll be in Melbourne anyway. So maybe I don't need to work those last 2 weeks. Maybe that isn't gonna make a difference. Anyway, so that's the update. Okay, bye.